What's the song for the New Year's?
We are just jumping right into you quizzing me.
What's that song? How's it go?
Isn't it Time Auld Lang?
Sing it. I don't know what it is.
Dun 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 dun.
We forgot and it's the new year. Right?
Yeah.
That's it. I just made the words up.
Happy
New Year.
Mike just jumped right into it. Welcome to the New Year podcast episode. We are, technically this will be coming out December 31st. Mm-hmm. So Happy New Year.
Happy almost New Year.
Yeah, happy
almost New Year. You're listening to it on 31st. And Happy New Year for those who are made it into 2026. Isn't that crazy?
Crazy. Yeah, if you've listened, you might be listening to
2026. It's wild. It's going to be 15 years of marriage this year, Jen.
That's 20 years since I graduated high school, which is so sad. 20 years. Do you want to know a fun fact?
No.
I'm going to tell you anyway, because that's what you do to me. You just tell me.
I do. I'd love to hear a fun fact.
I am supposed to be planning our high school reunion, 20-year reunion.
Are you that person, the planner?
Well, I'm senior class parliamentarian, and I did nothing until right this year.
So
now I have to plan a party.
Does parliamentarian mean party planner? Is that what that means?
I think parliamentarian is
party
planner mush
party
mouth.
planner-tarian.
It's party planner with a couple of drinks. I'm senior class parliamentarian.
I don't think that's a real word. I think you just
ask me what the parliamentarian did.
What did the parliamentarian do?
Helped plan prom. That's it.
So it is a party planner.
What does a parliamentarian even do? What was I supposed to be doing?
No idea.
You don't know what parliament is?
Parliamentarian?
Yeah. What did that?
I
do they do?
I think that's only like a high school or like maybe college thing. I don't think that's a real.
If I'm
we're asking
senior class,
we're asking Google right now.
If I'm senior class parliamentarian, what would my duties entail? What does parliamentarian even mean?
Let's go to the source. Who'd you ask on this one?
Chat.
Okay.
It said, "What would my duties be in jail?" I didn't ask. Okay, it understood. It said not jail. LOL. Okay, parliamentary refers to parliamentary procedure, formal rules used to run meetings in an organized, fair, and efficient way.
It's right up your alley.
I didn't do any of that. The rules expert?
You're but it's been digressed into.
You have to, but this is what's funny. You just have to know the basic rules of parliamentary procedure. What does that even mean? Advise the class. Okay, I was not told my duties. I was supposed to be the advisor of the class president. Okay. I'm sorry, but don't I sound like the CEO above the president?
If you're making the reunion?
Anything.
You know what it sounded like?
I was the boss the whole time. I thought it was the least valuable.
Well, you're advising the boss, which means you are
I didn't
the boss,
do
right?
that at all.
So maybe
I was robbed.
Somehow, somewhere, some class president was like, I don't want to plan this reunion. I'm going to pass this off to the parliamentarian, and the rest of the class presidents got together like, that's a good idea.
So in the meeting, I was supposed to keep the meetings organized and on track. I was supposed to politely point out when rules aren't being followed. I'm supposed to help prevent chaos or side conversations or unfair votes.
As riveting as this is, I'm not sure this is relevant to the news.
I'm so sad. I could have really made this role big.
Are you going to plan it? Are you going to do the 20-year?
I don't want to, actually. I just want to quit being parliamentarian. I don't want to do it.
Did you know that?
That's not in here.
Did you know when you were 17 years old that this, how is it your 20-year reunion when you're...
I graduated when I was 17.
Yeah, but...
I graduated in 2006. That was my class.
Okay, you're 37 this year. Okay,
yeah.
So I'm just trying to think. I thought you were 37 already.
No, I am 37 already.
But you'd be 38. Okay, so that makes... Wait. Yeah, I guess that would make sense because you would have been... Yeah, right. It's, okay, so the reunion happens at the end of the year. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Putting the math together.
Well, I think it's supposed to happen in like May.
Okay, makes sense. My 20 years coming up as well. I graduated when I was 30.
You're such a liar. Okay, so back to New Year. That was riveting, actually. I'm going to think about this for at least a week, how I could have really had a major impact on my school as a whole.
But did you know that when you were 17, 20 years from now, like we make decisions that would impact you 20 years later? Did you realize that? Did you think that was going to be something you would be struggling planning?
No. I couldn't even decide what I was going to be in life. Like every week I came home and I was like, well, I found it. I'm going to be a lawyer.
You were a detective.
I found it.
Right?
I was going to be a detective. Oh, well, I found it. I was going to be, what was another?
Fashion
I wanted to be
designer?
a teacher. Fashion came later in college, actually.
You wanted to be an actress?
I did, but I also was super logical, probably because my parents, but like I don't remember being like, I'm going to be an actress and that's the hill I'm going to die on.
Listen, I watched your 42nd Street recording recently and I was like, that's a pro. Like of all the people that were pros, I'm like, that's the one. I would have signed you, put you on a contract.
You're just being nice.
No, you were really good.
Let's go. Are you trying to say you're going to sign me right now? You have no authority to sign me to anything.
I would have. I would have been...
Okay, if you want to be really uncomfortable, and it takes a lot for me to be embarrassed, and usually embarrassment happens when I say something stupid, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I said that, and then it haunts me for 24 until I sleep, essentially. But that even doesn't happen a lot. Watching myself perform in a musical with my whole family watching, I left the room. I couldn't do it. I was like,
kids were into it. They loved it.
Yeah.
It was really good.
I know.
You're very good. It wasn't an embarrassing thing. That'd be one thing if you were like, oh gosh, I was awful. I don't know why you're so embarrassed about it.
But I wouldn't sing in front of my parents either when I was growing up. Like to rehearse for a play, I'd be like, nope, you got to see it on stage. If there wasn't the stage and the lights, I'm not singing in front of you.
Isn't that weird? I guess I drowned out your embarrassment by just being on
because
the
I just
platform.
got sucked into it. Like I loved it so much.
What? Okay.
Anyway.
Well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
How are you feeling about this New Year? You excited?
2026. Do you know what I feel about?
Fearful? Tired?
When am I ever
hopeful?
fearful?
I don't know. I'm just asking you. I'm throwing it out there as an interviewer.
I feel, when you say this, no, I'm just kidding. 2026, so 2024 was the year I said I was going to focus on like renovating our own home and I was going to focus on my home instead of, a lot of client homes because that's when I had not told the public that I was going to pause on the show, but I had already made my mind up. And I had said that, and I did not do much in 2024. I think I was just designing was something I did not want to do right at that second because I was coming off of 3 years of doing multiple hundreds of designs in such a short time, which is insane. That's not real life. Like designers don't do over 100 a year. That's insane. So I think I was a little burnt out. But right now, because of the roof leaks that we've had and the water damage, it forced my hand to actually sit and design. And I think as of like last week, I have like caught the bug and I want to keep going. And I think 2026 will be making our home everything I want it to be because we're not moving. We're not leaving, right? So I think that's what it is for me.
Well, I got a realtor coming over.
Whatever.
So see what the house is worth.
Whatever. No.
Now, hey, listen, I don't
know.
Anytime that we've done a renovation or something major, within like 6 months, the house is on the market.
Not this time.
Think about that.
This is the longest we've ever been at home.
When the first home that we built, where we finally finished the backyard, extended the patio.
Finished is a strong word.
Yeah, I mean, like
we started it.
No, we added the big extended covered patio, and then as soon as we paid that off, house was on the market.
That's true. The second house that we were in, we renovated it. We were there for longer than 4 years. So, but this is definitely the longest we've ever been in one spot. It's nice.
17, 18, 19, 20. It was 4 years.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. But we did the plans. Oh, you know what it was? I put together the plans to redo the backyard and all the things, and then we didn't do it.
Right.
That's what it was. So we actually didn't do that one.
How do you feel? What do you feel about 2026?
I think it's going to be fun year. Look, there's a lot that I want to accomplish in 26. I think it's going to be a year. I think there's always things if you step back and you could be like, the unknowns are fearful and also the known knowns are exciting, but I'm never a person that lives in fear. Like
I'm not fearful of future.
Think about the macro things. What's going to happen with the economy, the housing market, interest rates, all these different things. There's a lot of weird things happening. I'm cautiously optimistic about what's going to happen in 26. I still think that there's a lot that will happen. So from a bigger picture, like that impacts Armor and the businesses where I think there's a lot of contraction. There's a lot of businesses going out of like restaurants and coffee shops going out of business.
Right.
Tons.
Yeah.
So, and breweries and all this things. So contraction could be fearful, but that creates opportunity, and opportunity can be exciting, and I'm optimistic about that. But then there's, I think it's gonna be a cool year. This 26 we're not changing any schools for our kids. Yeah. They're all gonna be in the same schools. Yeah. There's gonna be a little bit more routine. We kind of have a lot of good things happening. We have hormones starting to happen for our oldest, right? So it's like
the hormones happening in the entire home.
Yeah.
I got a lot of hormones all over the place. We got kids and hormones.
I think there's a lot of, I'm looking forward to it.
That went from interest rates to hormones in your future.
It's like new.
Ain't that the truth?
Here's what I like about it. There's always new things happening. As the kids get older, it creates opportunities to do new things. Look, like Berkeley, I could be like, hey, Berkeley, do you want to learn and be a professional rock painter and take a class? And she's like, yes.
Yes.
I want to do it.
I want to become a professional rock
painter. She is of all our children, is the one that's like, hand up, I will try something new.
Highly motivated.
Wants to do something new, willing to say yes. Like, she is that person. And I kind of want to channel a little Berkeley this year and say what new stuff we can do. I don't know. It's kind of.
I already do that. So I'm good. I took on tennis.
Hey, that was 20.
I have taken on mahjong.
25. Mahjong has been great.
I mean, I don't have a ton of time to say yes to new things, but I would love for you to, get more into golf and have that hobby, because I feel like I have
said no wife ever. Thank you. You said it.
Yeah,
I'm in.
I've gained. I have no resentment for it. I have gained so much fulfillment by having a hobby. You have no idea. To where it's like, sometimes problematic, because I want to play tennis. I want to go play tennis right now. And like, I think this year was the year that I said, I will say yes to tennis. Like, it will become a very top priority. Yeah. And I did. And I was really happy.
I was going to bring this later in kind of the notes I wrote out about like trying new things and resolutions and stuff like that. But one thing is I guess this leads in this question. Do you feel like time goes faster now as a kid versus when you're a kid, or slower?
I feel like the minute we had children, time got put on the 4x speed button, and I hate that.
You think so?
Yes, kids. Okay. 100%. I didn't feel that way like after we got married. I felt like we were just doing whatever we wanted to do. It's just, you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, what was my life before kids? And you almost like do this weird, I've talked with friends about this, it sounds bad, but you almost like devalue it in your mind. You're like, what did we do with all that time? And then I'm always like, did we do it good enough? Like, did we spend enough time like doing these things? That would be my like one advice to people right before they have kids, is like, do what you want to do now, because I'm telling you, there are so many people who are like, my kids are just going to be thrown into my life. It's never going to change. That's 100% not realistic. And everyone realizes that, because you have to cater around your kids and their school, and you don't get a choice if they're going to public school.
Okay, yeah. So there's data associated to like this time dilation, this idea that time goes faster versus slower. And psychologists relate this to like memories. Like novelty creates memories. So anything that's new has an anchor to have an opportunity for a new memory, and that memory makes time perceive as slower. Routine has no memory associated to it.
Oh, that makes sense.
So when you have this routine, time's going the same speed, but if you've done the same thing every single day, you do it over and over and over and over again, you feel like time, you don't really remember.
That sounds horrible, but it kind of makes sense for what I'm saying.
Correct, yes.
You start becoming very regimented and routine with children, because you have to be.
And when you're a kid, you have no responsibility.
Yeah.
And you have all firsts.
Yeah.
You're experiencing new every single day for the most part, up until like, maybe, I think I heard this, and I can't quote me on that one. Haley can fact check me, but I want to say it's like 30 is when like routine can just really get set into place. And then it just accelerates after 30, because your brain is already rerouted.
Haley just turned 30. Aren't you excited about what we're saying?
But before that, you have a lot of firsts. And obviously as a kid, everything's the first.
Sense.
So think about this, even as like, I remember very strongly having memories of, related to the holidays, going to my dad's mom's house for Christmas Eve. And I would drive there, and it felt like it was the longest party ever.
Yeah.
And I remember driving back, and it was maybe a 20-minute drive.
Yeah.
But I have memories of listening to Silent Night, because it's like 10 o'clock at night, we're driving back, 11 o'clock, it's late. It's dark. A lot of cars on the street, looking out the window and just listening to the music and feeling like it was like the longest drive ever. And it's 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yeah. Or riding my bike to my buddy's house that was right down the road, which I think I've shown you my house, is like a 5-minute walk, and be like, oh my gosh, it's taking forever to get to their house. Now as a person, you just jump in your car and you drive, and you're like, it's 45 minutes, and you just, I don't know.
So this could, I'm going to say a statement that I remember, and then I'm going to give an example with my parents, and I want to see if you think it maybe reverses after kids leave. So I have very distinct memories before we had children. We'd both get home from work and look at each other and be like, you want to go see a movie?
Yep.
You want to, like, that's wild to me that we had that when so I'm thinking of these memories and I'm like, that's so insignificant. Why do I remember that? And I think it's because we don't do that now. We don't just come home and be like, work's done. Like, what do we want to do?
We were always pretty spontaneous.
That doesn't exist, right? Yeah. And
we did a lot of things in the last minute. So again, these things are creating memories and what sometimes spontaneity is a good thing.
We play video games. Like we'd sit and like sit in the media room and like splurt, hang out with the dog. Yeah. Like it's wild.
And we do that with our kids.
And we thought we were stressed sometimes, which is funny.
Well, you were stressed because you had to do a inventory set or something, or your mood boards. I remember you being up in the middle of the night doing your mood boards. Was it Zara?
Yeah, I would work for like fun.
Yeah.
Because like, why not? I would bring it home.
You had poster boards you'd put together to create things which you didn't have to do.
Nope. They'd be like, why did you make this? I'm like, I don't know, because of of our numbers. These are selling really well. I think we should move these. I made that job so much bigger than what that job was, but I loved it. You
probably made the store so much better because you actually gave a crap about it. So it's just going back even to a novelty aspect of it.
Oh, wait. I didn't finish my thought. Okay, so we have that. I have memories of us like sitting at even the bar stools at the island, like figuring out what we wanted to do, if we wanted to stay at home in jammies or like go do something. And then, which is crazy because that's not even anything crazy, but I wonder if my parents think time has gone slower since we've left and now they're back to that routine of they get to just come home from work and look at each other and be like, what do you want to do? Yeah. Like, I know everyone thinks everyone in the moment thinks they're stressed because that's what you're used to in the moment. Yeah. But like that sounds like heaven.
Maybe.
But also
not.
I don't want it.
No, I don't want that.
I don't either. I want to stay.
My sister sent me a picture. I said that earlier. She sent me a picture from like 6-7 years ago when the kids were, Vaughn and Berkeley were doing cookies with the cousins. And that feels like yesterday to me.
Right.
It's like, what the heck? How old are they? Like, and that's when I get that nostalgic. I'm like, oh my gosh, Bob was just 6 years old and now he's 12 and he's turning into this, like, he's going from boy. He's not man by any means yet, but he's in that transition now of just starting to hit puberty, and he's gonna be a man before we know it.
I know.
Like literally 6 years from now, he's 18 years old, and he went from baby to this in between to 6 years from now again that he's going to college, right? And he's out of the house, and it's that big transition. These 6-year gaps, this kid's crazy. But thinking about time and new. That's what I say. So even related to a new job, you mentioned a job. I think anytime, it's one thing where I think from the entrepreneurial standpoint where I loved about it because it's like forcing myself to do something new. And I liked that. And that my brain was like, it excites me. Where I had a great career in the medical device field. Remember how unhappy I was because it was the same thing over and over.
You also had put in almost 20 years. I mean.
But it felt like, but doing the same thing. And also the fact that the novelty aspect to it, the new aspect to it, the challenging portion of it was gone. I made good money. I had a great team and I could have done it. I wish I would have had perspective then, like look at it. And I think advice to myself, be like, hey, find novelty within what you're doing. Because there's a lot of people that have jobs and careers that are like, they feel stuck and like they're not doing anything new. You can always do something new even within it. You just have to challenge yourself to find that something new or find an activity outside of it. But, I asked Haley, like, she said when we were at the old house, that was only 1.5 years we were there when she worked with you. And then now we've been in this other house 4 years. She's like, it feels like the exact same amount of time because it's all new stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think that's one, to me, for a challenge, in order for myself to feel and perceive time to go slower, because I do want to have these memories last longer. I want to have these ideas of what we're spending with the kids. It's either find a new thing with them or find a new thing on your own. And so for me, my challenge for my resolution this year is going to be like, what's that new thing?
Okay, friends, a little mid-show break. I have talked about Seed, who is the sponsor of this episode, for a long time now because it actually did something for me. I originally started taking Seed when I was dealing with really stubborn cystic hormonal acne a few years back. It was awful. I didn't like the way it looked. It was super painful. And I was willing to really try anything under the sun. I was pretty desperate. And the more I got looking into how digestive health really does impact acne for most of us, I decided that's when I wanted to give Seed a try. What surprised me was what happened next with my skin calming down with a slew of, I tried up different skin products and whatnot. I was taking supplements as well. But truthfully, I think Seed did a ton of improvements when it came to my skin. When I was taking it regularly, I started for acne, but I actually stayed because when I was super compliant and I took it regularly, I felt like my cramps around my period were gone. So again, started for the acne, stayed for literally having pain-free cramps, which blew my mind. It also helped with bloating. I feel like I didn't bloat near as much on my period. And again, I didn't even realize that was like a huge issue that I was struggling with until I took Seed and realized that I did not look so bloated or not as full anymore. So again, started for the skin, but I stayed for other things that really improved when taking Seed. What Seed actually is it's a daily symbiotic, meaning it's a probiotic and a prebiotic in one. It contains 24 scientifically studied strains that support things like digestive health, gut barrier integrity, skin health, and even your micronutrient synthesis. And unlike most probiotics that get destroyed in your gut acid before it actually does anything, Seed uses a 2-part capsule designed to survive the digestion, so the strain actually reaches the part of your gut where it can actually do something for you. And that's why people actually feel a difference, and it's not just a hype. They also invest in clinical research, which is pretty unheard of for the supplement world. Seed tests their strains, not just the finished bottles, so you know what you're taking is actually doing something. And I'm not alone because 92% of Seed members recommend DS01 to a friend or family member, which is pretty wild, and I get why. Go ahead and get ahead of the new year with a routine that helps you now by going to seed.com/Jenn and use the code 20Jenn for 20% off your first month. That is 20% off your first month of Seed's DS01 Daily Symbiotic at seed.com/Jenn. That's Jenn with 2 N's, code 20Jenn with 2 N's. So what are we going to do? I actually love this idea.
And I'm not saying like let's start a new company.
No, like you start playing board games with them at night.
I mean, I do that already with Berkeley. We play Berkeley
every day.
I play Mahjong. Berkeley's good at Mahjong. Berkeley's our gamer.
Very good at Mahjong.
Games.
I know. Vaughn is slipping out of the game room. Yeah, he gets impatient with the games. And Viv loves to do like more crafty things.
Well, she'll play. That's the thing is, I think it's a good thing to challenge her.
I don't think we should commit to a board game every night because sometimes we're just not in the mood for a board game.
But here's the thing, then it becomes routine. So it's
That's true. It's true. I see what you're saying.
So the point is this, like, for me.
Why don't we all play family tennis?
Well, that's not new for you.
It's new to have you guys around me.
No, it'd be fun.
Honey, we got to get you better if we're going to play doubles.
I want to take Vaughn to the gym with me, right? Okay. I think those are things, like, those are little things, but then it's for me, like, I'm not saying this. It's literally because I'm not going to do this. But I'm like, maybe I start painting. Some people want to do that, right?
You're not a painter.
You don't know that.
I do. I've seen your sketches. They're horrific.
They're horrifically
good. They look like
you know what Berkeley told
films.
me? She goes, they're so good. I love it because they're my cartoon characters. I have a very specific art style.
Yes, you do. They all look the same.
Kinda.
Yeah.
There's a realm of similarity.
And you know what? I can't paint or draw.
South Park and The Simpsons, they got away with creating major IP off of one art style. So maybe I'm going to start a new cartoon series.
You should have been a voice actor. Don't do anything weird right now. I'm just take the compliment. Let's not stray off. But you should have been a voice actor. Can I at least do my evil 1980s Santa Claus? No. We're not going to burst these people's
eardrums.
Haley
wants to hear it, don't you?
No. No one wants.
Everyone
literally
does.
No one.
Okay,
0
since
out
you're
of 10.
asking, I think how funny this would be. What if if Santa Claus says all the exact same things in the evil villain character of the 1980s, like Skeletor, it changes everything. Santa Claus! Right? You better watch out!
He's not gonna grandma.
You better not cry! Well, every 80s villain also sounded like an evil man grandma.
That's kind of true, actually.
Skeletor!
Okay, all right. We've heard enough.
Okay.
My point is there's a compliment with that. As much as I don't enjoy that, you could have been a voice actor because you have so many weird voices.
I'd have to read lines, though. That's the problem.
That's true.
Okay. Anyway, well, maybe not. I just ad lib.
So maybe you go voice actor.
Here's the things I could find, as long as they let me ad lib everything, I'd be good at it. As long as I knew the general script.
They just never know what they're going to get.
As long as I knew the general script.
He's also a writer.
I could ad lib myself through a lot of things, which also, it's one of the reasons why I do a decent job at public speaking is because I can ad lib pretty well on what the subject is and I don't have to have a routine script. I don't memorize extremely. I have to do a lot of.
Okay, hold on. Let's rein it back in. So what is our new thing going to be?
What's your new thing? I'm asking you that.
Oh, what's mine?
Yeah. Well, if you could
I really have enjoyed cross-stitching, so I wonder if I want to.
All right, Nana.
That is rude. I'm offended.
I mean, we got wallpaper prints in our house now. We got we're doing dark woods in our, like you are.
I really do want to be
old. You
are
turning it.
Oh, I've always wanted to be old, I think. I really do enjoy it. What's funny is I'm such like, is it a juxtaposition where two things kind of go against each other and one?
Yeah.
I'm an old soul. You knew I was when you met me at 21. 22. Sorry. Oh no, that 1 year does count. 22. I wanted to get married and get pregnant super quick. I wanted to be a young mom. I wanted to have a family. I've been like that from day one. In fact, I got married a little late. I wanted to meet the person in college and get married like the day I graduated.
Yeah. Brother accomplished that goal. You didn't.
He did. I did not do it. So I actually wanted to. So I've always been that. However, I am a very motivated, driven person. I want to produce every day. There's very few days where I'm like, I'm doing nothing today. I'm not working. But then the thing is I produce in other ways. Like I love busting through my house and like getting stuff done around my house. And so like they go against each other. Whereas you think I live a slow life that like being an elderly woman would entail, like sitting by a fire, cross stitching and just having coffee and being very peaceful. And then I have another side where it's like my brain actually with the little ADHD, it doesn't allow me to do that. Like I can't remember the time I sat during a day or like even a work day where I sat and watched television because I needed like a day. Years. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, that doesn't sound.
Could not tell you.
Going back to the days of being a kid, being homesick, and we were forced to, like, the only thing that was on TV when I was a kid would be soap operas or game shows.
Yeah.
It was awful.
I don't know. That sounds nice. See, I want to do these things.
Like, oh gosh. Like,
but then I
can't.
To
school.
Yeah, no, I want to do these things, but then when I do it, I last about 20 minutes and I'm like, I'm bored. I have to move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know, but
so
so the thing.
So I need to pick a side. Am I going old or am I staying motivated?
I mean, there's a little bit of that's your introvert extrovert personality. You're an extroverted introvert.
Correct. I didn't know this until like 5 years ago.
What you are. You're very social and outgoing, but your safe spot is home, secure, quiet, chill, homebody.
I think I'm just starting to recognize these qualities about myself, and I even don't like saying them out loud, but it's 100% the truth. I was talking to someone, it's like, I can talk to anyone in the room, and when I do talk, my energy is up here because that's my personality, but would I rather be at home talking to no one? 1,000%. I would rather not be talking and sitting next to the fire.
I think you get
bored
on that.
But it sounds bad.
You know, I think there's part. I think you recharge. I think you need a recharge.
Maybe that's a good way to put it.
And I think you. I don't think you're a person like I want to stay home and not talk to anyone. That is not you.
Sounds delightful.
No, it may sound, but that you would get bored and you would. Yeah, I think that's your recharge spot. And then when you want to recharge, you're like, I need a day. I don't want to go out. I just want to chill. And you're completely fine.
Yeah.
Like missing out. But
like, think of COVID, honey. I didn't leave the house for 3 months, and I was like really happy.
Were you?
I mean, I wasn't happy with like the state of the world. It was a very stressful time for us.
We did a lot of stuff. We were outside a lot. I mean, there's a lot of times during that thing.
So we say like,
I'm not 100%. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I would challenge you in the standpoint, like, think it's more of your recharge.
That's a good way to put it. Like even at night, like after we put the kids to bed, my butt sits on my side of the bed with my lamp on. And I'm like, Mike will be like, okay, what show are we watching? What are we doing? And I'm like, I need 15 minutes to sit on my phone and do nothing. Maybe check out on Amazon from a cart that I have full.
Yeah.
I don't doom scroll. I don't really, probably because my work is incorporated like so much on my phone. I'll play a game, like one of the games on my phone. I just need 15 minutes. I haven't played one. It's been really busy since like October. So I literally have not opened an app, but like a game. But what I do like to play, I don't even remember what they're called. I love good sorting. It's a wall of goods, and you have to sort them to the matches on the same shelf as quick as possible. It's organizing.
It's just dissecting your personality that you enjoy organizing as games. Here's my game. Let's organize this.
That's my
wall.
Most favoriteest game is you have a clock, and you have to organize all the stuff. It's so good. There's another one called Match. I can't remember what it's called. And it literally, you would hate it. It's a basket that dumps out all these items, and then you have to race against a clock to find the two and drag them to the bin. So it's like another.
It's organizing.
Now that I say that, it's
you like sorting and organizing.
And I like Color Block Jam, which is more strategic puzzling because you have to figure out how to get all the blocks out of each other's way to clear the room. So I guess that's also a form of organizing.
Your games are organized. All right, so We can talk. We'll talk. We'll go back to our resolutions in a second about like what's
I don't like
go ahead as a kid. What like this time of year? What like any New Year's times that were real vivid?
Yes, we've talked about this. 2000. Because everyone stocked up on canned goods and water. I remember wearing my limited 2 lime green matching sweatpants with furry vest, fleece vest, and I had a white undershirt underneath it. Limited 2, I'm so sad that didn't stay around. It's just so iconic. Limited 2, yeah. TOO. And it was the same company as the Limited. So they made it for kids, but all their stuff was like cartoony and vivid neon colors.
My sister worked for the Limited, Jenn.
Oh, really?
And I remember she somehow got like stock in it, and there would be like a 1 penny check that would be sent to the house. 1 penny. And I for like years.
What?
Yeah. It was like a dividend that she got. It was as an employee, but it was literally like a penny. 1 penny. I'm not kidding.
Like she got robbed of her dividend or something.
She was a part-time employee at a mall. So I'm not certain that you were entitled to more than a penny for years later.
I guess that's true. But why even do it then? Why send someone a penny? I feel like it's a waste of paper. It's worth more to send it all out.
Don't know.
Interesting. But I do remember that New Year's. New Year's was basically spent hanging out at the house. We didn't I don't remember like anything crazy. My Aunt Molly would come over with my cousin and my uncle, and it just, immediate family. Yeah. From what I remember. You gonna sneeze?
Yeah.
Don't do it in the microphone.
I'm not trying. Well, what am I to do? Talk out the top of my mouth? Is that the thing?
Just sneeze.
It's a tickle.
Okay.
New Year's, to me, I have more vivid memories of New Year's being a young adult than I do as a kid, and then as I do as I have good memories of when the kids were a little bit older, when the first time we put on the Netflix special and told Vaughn it was midnight, and it was actually like 9 p.m.
I miss the days of being able to say, it's midnight at 8:45. Oh, those were the days.
He knows. He caught on the next year, but he was like, wait a second. We were like 3 minutes. It was like, it's midnight.
He was like 7. Like he was still very young.
It was 7. Age. It was at the old house is when we were able to get away with it. So 5 years ago. Yeah. But yeah, and we've tried that at years afterwards. But I stayed up with him for the first time. It was me, him, and Berkeley at your parents' house 2 years ago, and we actually stayed to midnight, and everyone else went to bed.
I went to bed, me and Viv.
You went to bed, Viv went to bed, your parents went to bed. It was because they watched the 11 o'clock.
We're so lame.
And I was like, I'll stay up with you guys. And it was just us 3 sitting on the couch watching. I remember that was a fun memory for me because it was just us 3. But as a young adult, I remember because I think that's when I was you're more socially connected. And I remember going like skiing when I was in Colorado. I was military, going skiing 2 of the years. We were up in the mountains over New Year's, and those are memories I have. But like that was maybe because it mattered more. But as
you're also older.
Yeah, but when Vaughn was a brand new newborn, we're like, New Year's, good night. Who cares?
100%.
Like,
I still
doesn't matter.
It sounds bad, but I still kind of. It's like the least holiday for me. Like, cool, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Bye. Go to bed.
The one thing is, I do think because
I'm an old lady.
Bring it back to the resolution thing. I think not that most. Do you know how many people actually make resolutions here? You know what that is on that stats? Guess how many people?
I don't know. I don't do it. Resolutions are kind of silly. Just say they're a goal and then do it.
Well, yeah, but it's
do the goal
for sure.
Make the goal and then just do it.
You
resolutions are like dreams.
Sure.
Just do it.
I think the point is that I think it gives you a time to say, okay, I can set new goals. And if you're going to do it, why not make it at the end of the year to say it as a goal? But it's like 40% of people set a goal, and only like 1/3 of the people actually stick to that goal. So it's not really that long.
I think of like resolutions as like something you are fully in control and able to do versus like, oh, I would love to create a line of something. Obviously, I can try my hardest to like make that happen, right? But there's certain things that are beyond your control. You can't, put them into, it's someone else's decision essentially. Do you see what I'm saying? Yep. Versus like, I'm going to exercise 5 days out of the week.
Yep.
You can do that, like starting now.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like you're very much in control of that.
Here's the stats on it. Over 30 people make New Year's resolutions, and pretty much everyone quits by February. And of the people that actually make a resolution, only 1 out of 10 people that say they're going to make a resolution stick to the resolution long term.
The strongest survive. Wow.
So
I respect those 1 out of 10. I don't even think I'm in the 1 out of 10.
Here's why resolutions fail, because people set them as vague too big,
too high,
too big, and they're based on guilt. And if you make a resolution, it's like, I need to get in shape because I feel out of shape. You're doing it out of guilt, and you're not doing it because you're like, I want to be healthier.
Yeah.
Like, I guess, how do you set a small goal? That's the reason why people fail. And in order to set habits, so what's the data on the amount of days to create a long-term habit?
It's 30 days, right?
Wrong.
3 months.
Almost 66 days is what the data now is, and that's from the University of London or Cambridge or something like that they quoted that. Okay. So 21 days is what the old data was, but it's really 66 days to create a long-term habit. Like,
do you know why I guess that?
So that means you have to get into March. So you have to do something
till March.
That
makes sense.
And then if you make it to March, you're more likely to have that as a long-term routine.
I mean, that's how long you should try new supplements.
That's true.
For it to show up in your body. To do work. So
that is true.
You know, that's why I applied that. Thought it was applicable.
Yep. So setting a small habit.
What are you going to do? I want to know a resolution.
Well, so I want to so there's two things.
Okay.
Number one, short term, let me wipe my nose. Seasonal allergies.
This is sponsored by, it should insert a medication.
So my two things of the year, so the small term, long term, like look at that. I want to do something new. I want to find a
family dynamic new.
Whether it's doing it with the kids or just something new on my own.
Oh.
Like painting and singing. I'm going to make an album. I'm going to get top 10
Please do that. I just want to talk about it.
I don't know why this is related.
Mike's in the studio. He's his news resolution.
I got something to ask you about, something new you might be into, because I read a box of something that came and I want to ask you about this. Did you order something called monkey hands?
Yes. It's for tennis.
Do you know what it says on the label?
It's to make your racket stick in your hand.
Do you know what it says on the label? Like,
no.
Okay.
What does it say?
It says for pole dancing on the sticker for what it is.
No.
I swear.
For tennis.
I know. Maybe it is for tennis.
Your stepmom gave it to me. She had no idea what it was.
Legitimately, I was like, what is Jenn doing this year?
No. I wish I had an audible laugh because I laughed so hard at that. Monkey hands grip. Yeah, it's a grip. So it says gel. Hold on. Yeah, monkey hands gel grip pole dance.
It does say pole dancing, right? It is on there.
Calisthenics, parkour,
so
gymnastics, padel, tennis, and more. Yeah. Well, tennis is the last one, but I bought it. That's hilarious.
So I saw that box and I was like, oh. I was thinking through the things
rock
that new
climbing,
this year.
So
you're getting into some new stuff this year, man. That's going to be great. No, so anyway, going back to what you asked me, the new thing I want to try, I don't know. I'm getting that back procedure. So I hurt my back this year and it's kind of put me out of my routine. No, it was bad. It was bad. I had a herniated disc and sciatica, and it was not a pleasant year for me from a standpoint of my
back pain.
Back pain was, and I empathize. Fortunately, one steroid shot pretty much kicked out the pain for me, and there are people that deal with this on a debilitative way. So if you have family members and people like, I empathize more than I've ever done in my life, because it
affects
completely
everything.
Wreck you.
Yeah.
Like your mood's bad. You're like, I remember being you, be like, I would get through the day just trying to be positive. I'd be like, okay, be in a good mood. And it's like, and the only time you're actually out of pain is when you're laying down. Like that sucks.
Wait, is your resolution
Point
to
is
fix
this? No,
that?
I'm getting the regenerative stuff done Monday, right? So if that, that's hopefully to then get me stepped to have more confidence to get back into the gym. So I want to get back into that from a routine standpoint, which I know I can do and I want to do, because that's that basis, the daily thing that I was doing last year up until July was a daily thing for me. It's super important. It made me feel good. It made me more confident. It's just that daily thing. The endorphins are higher, your dopamine's higher, all the stuff that you like, got to get into. So that's it. And I'm going to start competing. Bodybuilding.
No, you're not.
Juicing.
You're so full of crap.
Getting jacked.
You're so full of crack.
Crap.
You're so full of crack and crap.
So full of crack.
It's a mix of crack and crap.
I am not going to bodybuild.
No, I wouldn't let you.
Would you let me?
No.
I don't want to bodybuild.
I would make fun of you. No offense to anyone about it.
But what if I...
But for you, no, we're too busy. We have to, no.
We just said find something new. I just want to get direction. I'm not going to bodybuild.
Did I react the way you thought I would?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
Like, don't do it. Just look like it, but don't
Honey,
compete.
I also, selfishly, I kind of want you to paint, because I want to walk in on you painting with an easel. I just want to see what comes.
Bob Ross. I'm going to start streaming it. Well, happy accidents.
Please start painting.
Maybe. It's my brother's thing. He's professional. I don't want to impede his career. He's, by the way, plug for my brother, John Todryks. Amazing artist.
Yes,
you go find his stuff
talented.
online. It is super, super talented artist. That's his profession. He's a professional artist who gets to do that.
I know.
What a cool career he has.
I know.
So look,
No, really, I want to know.
genetically, it's in me. I just got to extract those genes to be able to make it turn into something. They're my dad, my sister, everyone. So that's the one thing I want to do. So do that, get back in the routine. And then the other thing is I don't know what the new thing is yet. Okay. I wanted to find something new. I can't say that I've thought much about it because it's more that I've just kind of been thinking on this thing and reading the data. I heard this on another podcast about this. They equate it to, which is really not research. There's not a lot of data to it, but like from a metaphorical standpoint, it kind of makes sense. They said that if you did the brain mapping of a person in a coma and a person that does daily routines, they look the same. So basically, when you're in routine, you are in a coma.
You want to spice it up,
right? But just that's not real.
But isn't it weird? Because I like to be in a routine in a way.
Well, routine creates safety.
Maybe because I'm a control freak. Security. That makes sense.
Routine creates comfort. Routine are all good. There's good things about routine, especially with your kids for them to have but still having routine with something new.
That's what makes them secure. Kids crave routine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
that makes sense.
But there's novelty in routine to them as well because they're still doing new stuff. So as an adult, if you only do the same thing over and over and over and over again, I think we're losing
time essentially because
losing time. We're losing what I mean. It's God didn't intend us here to just do the exact same everything every day. What difference are you making? What impact are you having? So if that new is okay, I'm going to start volunteering for charity, then do that. If that new is I want to go play tennis and try a new sport, go do that. If your new is there's so many different things you can just do as new that are small goals. Going to play tennis once a week is a pretty small goal. It seems big, but how did you start? How did you get, if somebody's listening right now, I'd be like, you've never played, you weren't a tennis athlete. I was
a cheerleader.
Yeah. So how did you get into new? Somebody's like, well, I don't know.
So my friend Alicia went once a week and I was like, I think I want to play tennis. I need to do a hobby. I don't have any hobbies. Right. That's what I started. And Viv was about to go into kindergarten. So I was like, I can do this one day a week. So when she told me there's a spot open, I said that a while ago, and then they didn't have any spots open in her little drill class. Apparently a spot opened up. I don't even know who it was. And she said I could join. I was like, okay, fine. I'll do it once a week if I can with work. But obviously work comes first. That's where it started. I was pretty resistant to thinking I didn't have time to give. Right. And then fast forward to 2 years, and I would love to play 5 days a week. If I don't do 3 or 4, I get mad for the week. Right. That's also because I'm leaning on this is that's my workout. And everyone should work out 4 days a week to some capacity. And so I feel like if I'm not lifting weights and I'm not doing other things, I have to lean on that for cardio. And you do gain muscle in your arms and your legs from tennis, but in your core, I guess everywhere. But I definitely see a difference in my body.
It's good when you find an activity that's you should work out, you should move. Our bodies are meant to move. Yeah. We're meant to be active. We're meant to be healthy. Those are things. And if you find something you find joy in it, it's a lot easier than forcing yourself to go to gym. And then hardest thing
much more fun than working out. Yeah. I every time I've been in a workout phase, it's because of you. Saying not because of you, but what you said earlier, it makes me feel good about myself and I like it and there's a pro to it. I've never been I want to get in the gym. I don't like working out, but I have all my life had some capacity of working out because I don't want to see what, my body looks like when I don't. And that's not a certain way or what I'm saying, but I like, to be a certain way. And so I like to be healthy. I like to not be winded.
Well, to me, it's going to the gym. So I worked out pretty hard. I was doing a functional thing. I went to F45 and that's a gym you can go to and work out super hard or not work out hard.
How do we get on this gym topic?
But thing is I also, one thing I liked about what that workout routine is it was something different pretty much every day. You weren't doing the same workout. You came in and it was a whole routine, 45 minutes, but I would work out super hard. Yeah. Because I'm a mindset of if you do hard things early, then everything else is easier. Yeah. If you go in and you do a really intense workout at tennis in the morning and you push yourself and you're sweating.
Oof, not applicable to me, unfortunately, with just my Hashimoto's. If I work out really hard, sometimes it drains me.
For me, doing hard stuff makes other things easier. Yeah. So work out hard, get yourself sweating, get yourself in a mindset.
It's supposed to.
And then the rest of the day, it's okay, I got this stressful thing. It's not that big of a deal because you've already done something hard that day. And it also keeps you out of the routine of just normalcy of over the.
Yeah.
Like, so. Yeah, but
you didn't ask me what my resolutions are, but I want to think.
Well, because I was asking about how people get in it. So the tennis thing is this. I guess the part is this: you just got to start.
My thing is we do all have time. It's just
I was gonna say that. Yes.
We apply our time to what we prioritize.
Do what you said. You're like, I'm at work. I don't have time to do it.
We do, and then now with my work schedule, I have a very flexible work schedule because we are entrepreneurs and we have our own businesses, and so we do have more time than someone who works a standard 9 to 6. Totally. I'm not being insensitive. However,
I'm going to flip that on this thing.
I know. It could go both ways.
When I was with Abbott and
I know,
Boston,
you had more time.
I had
way more time. I know.
It's like I had that time, and as soon as my work was done and I was done for the day, especially when I was in the senior levels of it, there wasn't much, unless I was traveling. I was like, I'm done.
You're right.
I'm done. Turning my phone up.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm like, we'll contact me in the morning. The urgency of being an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs here always potentially have fun. You always have something you can be doing, which creates flexibility at the same time. Kids go down.
It's like it all kind of evens out because entrepreneurs have very flexible jobs, but you're right, we're always on call.
You're always working. You always have opportunity.
we have calls at 2 a.m. Like if an alarm goes off somewhere, like it's nuts. And that happens pretty frequently. Yeah. We've had it, especially in the past. And so anyway, my point is like I'll even throw myself under the rug, under the bus here.
I'll throw myself. I'm not going to talk about them.
A rug sounds better than being run over by a bus. Maybe I'll say the rug. But like something I've always wanted to do is read the Bible for a certain amount of time every single day, and I am not consistent with that. I don't do that, and that's a choice. I am prioritizing everything else I'm doing for that day than doing that. So my point is do I feel like I have extra time to sit down and read the Bible? Something that is so I hate to say it, but like it's not like super exciting for me if I'm going to be real. And do I have time? Yes. Would something else have to give? Yes. But it's all about shifting what we're prioritizing in that season of our life. And everyone can say all day long, you don't have time. And it sounds so harsh, but like we have time. We just have to assign it differently.
You're 1,000%, if that's possible to agree with you that much. I agree with you 10 times on that. That's 1,000 times.
It's true.
That time, you can always make an excuse to not have time, or you can always prioritize things differently.
Yeah.
But it does come, like there is some cost to other things, but it comes down the point of what's going to bring you joy and you fulfillment for you to be a better parent or better spouse or better things, because that can combine into it. If you're healthy.
I have one.
What's that? Well, let me ask, what's your resolution?
So I do hate resolutions, and I don't typically make them.
What's your tiny goal?
I set goals.
What's your tiny goal?
This isn't a tiny goal. It's going to sound like it, but it's a big one because it also involves you, and you suck at this. And so you're not going to lift me up and motivate me and put me in a good headspace to make this happen. I want to go.
Wow, thank you.
Well, I want to go to bed earlier, and we go to bed together. You want to stay up forever. And so
I mean, every person needs a little bit different amount of sleep. You need more than
I do, fool. Who are you talking about? You get so tired and you want to stay up. You're like, one more, like a show or whatever. And trust me, I want to stay up forever too. It's like our time that we have.
Interesting goal.
I would love to be in bed by 10.
Sure. Okay.
See, you're not going to lift me up. And you're not going to support me in this. And so I'm doing it by myself.
I like going to bed together.
And then I'm going to bed by myself. And then I'm going to bed by myself every night, and I don't want to do that.
It's not
an option.
I'm going to go with just going to bed together.
We already do that.
Sure, stick with that goal.
We already do that. Even if like you're playing video games, I'll come in at 11:45 and I'm like, it's bedtime. Like a nagging troll wife because I don't want to go to bed by myself. We already do that. I just said, let's do it a little earlier because it's healthier, Mike. You're not getting younger.
Yeah. Okay.
You need sleep.
I hear where you're coming from.
I'm sick. I have diseases.
Let's have a goal that's not just sleeping related. Like what goal are you going to do?
I think that's a good goal.
It's an interesting goal.
Whatever. You can't tell me my goals aren't good.
It's not a bad goal. Here's the thing. It's just, look, if you're going to bed earlier and you're getting up earlier to do something with it, sure. But we're not getting up any earlier. You're just sleeping more.
We can't. We don't sleep enough as it is. We need to add more sleep, not taketh away.
You get a solid 7 hours of sleep a night. That's solid. Maybe 8 would be better. Yeah.
We don't get 7. If we go to bed at 12 to 12:30, we're getting up at 6:15, Mike.
Really? I'd say 3 days a week we're going to bed after 11 o'clock now. We've been in bed very regularly between 10 and 11 o'clock recently.
But honey, you don't fall asleep till like 11:52. That's essentially midnight. We're not getting 7 hours. You're lying.
11:52.
You're a liar.
You're just sitting there staring at me until I fall asleep?
No, because I know when I fall asleep and you're still tickling my back, which means you're falling asleep.
Sometimes I'm asleep while I'm tickling your back. I have this autonomic response.
You're such a liar. You are the worst.
I'm not lying. Sometimes I'm in a...
We were watching Stranger Things last night. I'm wrapping presents. Mike could not be bothered wrapping presents. He's on the couch. We're watching Stranger Things. I'm watching this loser doze off 7 times. It's 10:22. Your body needs more sleep.
Here's the problem.
I'm bringing a psychiatrist on here. We're going to talk about.
I'm going to say this about.
Is that a psychiatrist?
Here's an interesting thing. I will fall asleep reading or watching TV. The second I turn it off, my brain starts working. It's like it's almost like when they're on the couch. I got up and I turned it off and I'm like in bed and I'm just like thinking about the day, planning the day tomorrow. So I
gotta stop. I need to take Beam again.
No,
take the Beam drink.
I do this thing where I have to count and I'll challenge it, but it actually works. I have to consciously count backwards from 10,000. And it's counting backwards because you like...
You're working way too hard.
It's the point, is because the only thing you're focusing on is something very routine, so your brain doesn't go down a rabbit hole of thinking about something. It does work, I'm telling you. It's like the only thing that I consistently say if I'm spinning...
Then why don't we put a TV show on at 10 and you'll be out by 10:10?
Because as soon as I turn it off...
I'll turn it off and I won't wake you up.
As soon as it turns off...
Oh my gosh, I'll tuck you in. Oh, it's a sweet baby. A sweet man baby.
I'd rather watch TV if I'm on the phone watching your thing, but I don't want to get the routine of like watching TV in bed.
Yeah, why would he just doze off quietly to get more sleep and not have to wake up? That makes no sense. I'd rather fall asleep to the phone and then get woken up by Jen and then have to count backwards from 10,000.
I will say this, I got business goals that are there, which we can talk. You and I talk about that later.
I don't want to talk about that.
I know, but I'm saying like, all right, what other goal would you have? Anything else besides sleeping more?
I think that's really, the more I speak, the more I realize I really am an old soul.
I want to sleep more. I want to sleep more. I want to do less. All right, so.
What else do I want to do? There's like little things, but see, this is the thing. I feel like I'm in a pretty good groove right now. I feel like I probably should take a lunch hour every day. But then again, I don't want to do that because the kids get home and my workday gets cut short. So in my mind, math, I power through and then I have an earlier day than like a typical 9 to 5 because I didn't take a lunch. So do you see what I'm saying? I have little things that I think would be healthier per se, but it just doesn't work with where I'm at in life with the kids and whatnot. See?
I wrote down a few.
My resolutions are stupid.
I wrote down a few gems. Can I read them to you?
Yes.
Okay. Kids don't experience time slower. They just experience more first. We don't need a bigger life for our families. We need a more memorable one.
1,000%.
Right? You don't need huge vacations to create memories. You just need to do something new.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And
we do take a lot of vacations, but ours are also pretty routine. Like two of them are Milwaukee
some people can't,
to create memories.
Yeah, you're creating, and it's doing something new with your family. Like you haven't got simple things. Go to escape room together. If you haven't done one.
You know what? We should go to Disney again, and they'll have a new ride open.
That's why so it's funny.
I agree with you.
We literally had a discussion. Some may call it an argument. I called it a discussion about you going to Universal in the car ride over here because I like doing some new things. Where it's like when we go to Florida next year, let's go to Universal.
Shut up.
Because doing something new, which is funny,
not as good as Disney World.
I will agree with that. Well, the new park's apparently really nice. I'd like to try the new one. But I have more memories when we did that last minute Universal trip than I do from 2 Disneys ago. Because it was new.
Different.
It was different.
I don't agree with you, but I see what you're saying.
You say that. You made that, but I do. If you want a life to feel fuller, add novelty, not pressure. Do new things.
I love that.
That's a fuller life.
I love that.
The goal shouldn't be to do more this year. It's to remember more.
Oh, I'm screwed. I have a horrible memory.
Well, but
maybe if we do new things.
Time's going to fly by no matter what. Memories are what slows it down.
Okay.
Right?
Sleep.
Thanks, Haley.
Thank you, Haley. Sleep does help with memory.
Consistency is going to matter more than intensity, right? You got to do more. Like if you're working out, like be consistent, do your best.
You know what I think
Try
we're
to
good
be
at?
intentional for this year. It's like intentionality is the right word for this.
Do you know what I think we're good at?
What?
Really because of me. But I'll put you in. You can have some.
All right, humble.
But I think...
Listen, I'm the most humble person in the world. Everyone tells me so.
Listen, listen, this is what I'm saying. I think we're pretty dang good as of like the past few years of like making really big trips out of very like not small trips, but like trips that we didn't expect like big things out of. Like spring break trip, we last minute planned like in 2 days to go to Branson, and we were like, both you and I were like, okay, this is probably not going to be fun. We're going to hype this up. So fun. The kids had so much fun. Where else did we go? Where we were like, Boston. I had to go to Boston to do a photo shoot for Beam, and I'm like, you know what? I planned the trip in 3 days. I'm like, let's go to Boston and like get my work stuff out of the first day, get it done. And then let's take the kids to Boston, and then let's go see 2 different states that we've never seen. I planned that trip in the plane, trying to figure out what I was going to do in Vermont. And
by the way, it's a beautiful
the kids
state.
Still talk about it and ask when they're going to go back to
Anyone
Vermont.
listening is from Vermont, that is
beautiful
a
state.
Gorgeous state.
My point is literally pick a place, pick a city or a state we haven't been. I told you I really would love to like give the gift to our kids of taking them to all 50 states at some point, just to say we've done it and to like see all different parts of the country. Yes, we'd love to take our kids to Europe. It's just, I want the kids to be able to remember the trip at Europe. So I think like one more year and we'll go, but you don't have to go to Europe. You can go to I want to go to Montana.
Right. Well, that's the thing is it's not just trips, right? It's about making.
No, that's true.
If you're going to make memories, it's doing generally.
Go to a different restaurant.
Yeah. There you go. Get out of your routine.
Get out go to somewhere like, okay, your whole family's
come to
very...
Armor Brewery if you haven't been from Texas. That's great. Come visit our...
You said no trips. Let's say you have like a really picky family. Like one day be like, no, we're trying Thai food. We're going to Thai. Now you might be asking for a lot of like arguments, but you know what? You'll never forget it. And that's what we're talking about here.
There's the AJR song.
Which one?
There's
100 different stories makes me interesting at parties.
Yeah, 100 bad days
makes 100 good stories. 100 good stories makes me interesting at parties.
It's funny. It's like sometimes, so the point is not a bad day, but a bad day is interesting. As a kid, you look back. So Army Navy game happened last week. Dang, Army lost, frustrating. But I had a whole bunch of buddies from West Point that came up, and we were talking, and we were chatting. It was a friend of mine that him and I did judo together, and I hadn't seen him in 15 years, and he came to the brewery. It was fun. It was all these stories of catching up, and it's like you're always talking about the stupid stuff you did.
Yeah.
The things that you, like, you're knucklehead, you did this, and it's all these things, and you start laughing about these moments, and it creates these memories where you have strong memories of, like, especially as young dumb kid in college where you're doing dumb stuff. There's a lot of fun that you've had that creates those memories and those stories. Yeah. Not saying a bad day. You know what? Nobody wants bad days, but it does make interesting things.
Sometimes with time, it's funny how a really bad day can be humorous, where you just shake your head and you're like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that happened. There are some times where that happens. Yeah.
Let's not hope for bad days.
No, I don't want to hope for bad days. We've reached our time limit on this. Yeah.
We did.
But I feel like we got a lot accomplished. I feel like we both know what we kind of want to do as far as like goals, not so much resolutions.
Yep. Well, let's hold, and this is one more note I had here.
Okay.
If you want to make a resolution, you have to be accountable, because accountability turns into intentionality.
And it turns into action.
That turns into
success.
Literally is what I wrote. Accountability turns intention into action. That's what I wrote.
Success.
So legitimately.
And then you're going to feel good about yourself.
So it's the thing is if you have a significant other, a friend, a husband, wife, whatever it is, help them hold you accountable.
I was about to say, I think half the battle is if you're like, have someone in your life, if you're not married, if you have a friend, if you have a parent, just someone to constantly check in and be like, how you doing on that? Yeah. Like holding you accountable and lifting you up. Like going to sleep earlier.
Make little goals.
Like going to sleep
earlier. Sure, going to sleep earlier. Going golfing once a week.
Do you have time to do that? You know what? You do,
Mike. Well,
you do. We just have to shift our priority.
Look, here's the thing is I got to shift, that's the thing is if I'm doing work on the golf course, that's easy to do.
What? Okay, that's a stretch.
There are a lot of guys that do business deals on the golf course like crazy.
I mean, once a week is a lot, Mike. It's different than playing an hour and a half of tennis 3 days a week. I can still come home and work.
If you go to Crush Golf, you can get done in a round in 4 hours if you're doing 18 holes.
Yeah, take half day.
Half day Friday. You have to go 3 hours if you're really rocking if you have to go by yourself and like crush through a course. And so I don't need to do that. So
you're going to crush some courses in 2026.
I want to get my score. I got small goals. I want to get my score into the 80s. That's where I want to be consistent. That's attainable, right?
You know what?
It's not great golf, but I can do it.
I'm excited about going into 2026.
But hold each other accountable. Heck yeah, dude. It's awesome. And also, hey, this podcast was something new for us this year. That was fun.
Yeah.
Well, we were
not
new,
really new,
but it brought it back.
Yeah.
And this is when I say I love these podcasts for us personally because we get to chat. It's like fun. I actually generally
we never chat at home. It's just here.
We actually hold our conversations once a week to this moment.
We never talk at home, so we have something to talk about here.
We'll be like, hey, I want to bring something. She's like, hold it to podcast. Let's don't talk about this right now. That's fun. No, I'm excited for 26, babe. Thanks for doing this life with me, and this is fun. And
thank you all for listening. Yeah. Another episode, the last episode of 2025. Thank you so much for those who have been listening to the podcast regular since we've kind of brought it back to life. This is something we do enjoy and love doing together, and we are just so excited that you guys have been excited about that. So thanks for sharing it. Thanks for tuning in every other week now. We have a new episode. And as always, if you like it, we would love a review on Apple Podcasts. Thank you so much for that. If you have a question or a comment, you can email youmeandmikepodcast@gmail.com. It's all spelled out, youmeandmikepodcast@gmail.com. And we have someone who's watching those, and so we'll kind of compile a good little episode with everyone's kind of thoughts involved. If you want to leave like an audio recording and a voice recording and tell us something, feel free to do that. But Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Cheers to 2026.
2026.
Bye, guys.
Chink, clears. Chink.
Okay. My cold
Cheers.
coffee. Cheers.
26. Let's go.